Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. The objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you an email reply from Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. I'm also going to be looking at proposed changes to rules for short selling and possibly a ban. I'm also going to be looking at a new stock to the channel, and that's a stock that currently is up in excess of 168% on the year and also up in excess of 68% on the year to date. This is a stock in the tech and AI sector, so stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a quick shout out here to Charles Payne. And in his post, he stated lots of inflation data this week. Yes, huge news coming on Wednesday. But first, we have to root for evidence. Banks have stopped lending. Wall Street and Jay Powell need you to live on credit cards and ramen noodles for the time being. I don't think he's referring to Raymond the Shill and Raymond the Imbecile. He's referring to the actual noodles themselves, so we have no problems with the noodles. Okay, so next thing I'd like to provide an update on before we look at the proposed item agendas is, first of all, shout out here to G-Man, and this is something that happened a few years ago, and this was, as it states here, Lehman Brothers got this exact same notice 1 month before they collapsed. As I say, the market never repeats but may have a rhythm. So let's have a look at the information shared. So this is from the DTCC. And this is dated September the 16th, 2008, in the early days of the internet. But a highlighted area that I've looked at here is where it says Citibank refuses to pay interest and maturity proceeds for the issuer's commercial paper that are due and payable. So let's have a look at what's happening right now. This time we have again a notice from the DTCC again, but this time it's saying Wells Fargo Bank and the issuing paying agent refuses to pay maturity preset payments for the issuer's institutional municipal commercial paper. So stronger parallels there. So let's see what happens. Let's start by giving a shout out here to Jennifer, who has kindly shared the correspondence with Clifton Dubios from Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, and what Clifton has said in his correspondence to Jennifer. I understand, I believe there are good reasons for have and not shared, and I hope we'll be able to share more soon. So I have to travel first part of this week, but let's touch base on later this week. So I'm quite bullish about this response. He's stating here, Clifton is saying that there are good reasons for not sharing more information. So hopefully that's a bullish sign. We do know communication from Nextbridge Hydrocarbons is quite weak, quite limited, but we do have an avenue here. So special thanks to Jennifer for keeping and sharing correspondence from Clifton, and I'm hoping there is positive news there to come. So continuing with the MMTLP, shout out here to J.R. Ewing, and he's referring to something that I covered in the previous video with regard to FINRA, and he states here, absolute immunity breeds absolute fraud. These are the things I think about waiting on a flight. So fully 100% agree with you, JR, as well. Finally, quick reminder in terms of the space chat, there is one change, and I think the 453 458 session with Hands of Steel, I think he may not be available, so we'll be looking to possibly fill that slot, but I hope you can join us on Thursday, the 11th of May, 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's now have a look at this headline with regard to short selling, and the headline here is the US is to ban short selling, and this is from a source which is JP Morgan. So it seems to be a credible source, so we're going to look into this and delve into this a little bit deeper, but it's obviously this is not because of MMTLP or AMC, GME, etc. This may well, if it happens, will be because of the US banks collapsing recently and the government having to bail them out. So that is what is scaring people. Short sellers have also been making huge profits from this. So one of my problems that I have with hedge funds and short sellers is they do make profit with other people's failure and other companies' failure and the destruction of emerging biotech and medical stocks in particular. So this is a crisis that is affecting banks, but the banks are also something that provide an essential service. So what JP Morgan have stated here is they noted that this argument might temporarily force regulators to halt short selling activities. And I think if that happens, I think certainly some of the penny stocks will see a huge rebound. So in my opinion, I hope this happens, but we will have to wait and see. We can see here confirmation short selling is a form of investments that looks to profit from a decline in the price of a security. So that's not how business is intended to run. Business is not intended to run by making profit from failure. Business is intended to run by making profit from success. So why am I short selling? Why short selling may be banned? So 4th of May, American Bankers Association, ABA, wrote to the US Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, expressing worry that the short sellers may be manipulating the market. It seems like deja vu to me. And if we continue with this article, it states here, the bankers also further noted that pressure affected even banks in good financial positions. So again, also looks like deja vu. And we can see here shorters are swimming in profit from the banking crisis, when we all know which company made the most profit recently as well, and I'm sure we don't need to name them. And finally, it states here 3 major regional banks holding $532 billion in profits have already failed. So we do know about that has been covered. And Ortex has reported that sellers had made $1.2 billion betting against these struggling stocks. So very controversial here, and they may also look to have made $379 million by shorting First Horizon, PacWest, and Western Alliances. So PacWest is one of the banks that we were looking at in the Discord, and despite the crisis, public polling firms reported that most Americans still trust their banks. Let's now have a look at a new company to the channel. This is known as ticker symbol SMCI, also known as Supermicro. So we're going to start by having a look at the profile page. So it states here on the headline from the CEO, Charles Liang, the key to success in technology is designing a company around people committed to work that they love. So this is a company that is a global technology leader. It's committed to delivering first market innovation for enterprise, cloud, AI, which I think is the thing that is really driving this forward. They're also involved in metaverse, 5G, and also IT infrastructure. They are an IT solutions provider, designing, building environmentally friendly, energy-saving portfolios of server storage systems, switches, software, along with global support service. So in terms of a corporate overview here, founded and headquartered in the US, 4 million square foot of global manufacturing, global operations in 100 plus countries, engineering expertise in the industry's broadest portfolio, revenue of $5.2 billion in the latest year 2022 that we have, 1.2 million server and storage nodes shipped, making them a top global server vendor per IDC, ranked among the Fortune 1000 companies, and also a leader in enterprise cloud, artificial intelligence, IoT, delivering first to market innovative products. So this is a company that we have had our eye on in the Discord. So if we have a look at the technicals here, if we have a look at the chart, 1 year change is up in excess of 168%. Year to date, it is up in excess of 67.58%. Market cap of 7.26 billion. So this is an extremely bullish chart for SMCI, and this is certainly something that we are watching. But if we have a look at in terms of the chart, and we can see here, then basically the fundamentals are attractive. The stock is certainly doing well, especially with the positive impacts of AI at the moment. and this is also something in terms of the fundamentals. The stock certainly looks superior. It is looking like a winning recipe for the long term. It's ranked as a top rated stock for map signals for years, and the stock has had buy pressure, strong technicals, growing fundamentals, and obviously ranking very well. So this is a stock that we are watching here, and it was shared in our DD channel on the Discord. And finally, just to finish off, if you'd like to get a copy of our weekly watch list, where we have been looking at stocks such as SMCI and also PACW, which is obviously high volatile, high risk, high reward. You can join us. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.